And the decision of one man to launch a wholly unjustified and brutal invasion of of Ukraine. Iraq, anyway.
Welcome back to the channel today, everyone. So I can't help but notice how our foreign policy has completely reverted. But before I get into that, a message from our sponsors, Freedom Fest. Come check out me and a bunch of amazing guests at Freedom Fest in Las Vegas from the 13th through the 16th of July. Use promo code TRANSFORM50 for $50 off the ticket price. As well, check out the Twin books. Links are in the description. So let's take a look at foreign policy. With $40 billion going to Ukraine, the re-invasion of Somalia, and the continued arms supply to the Middle East, it looks like the Obama-era foreign policy is officially back. Now, foreign policy is an area where I give Donald Trump a lot of credit on. He was pretty good relative to all the presidents of recent memory. Could he have been better? Sure. But with what he was working with, I definitely give him a lot of credit. Whether that was dealing with North Korea, setting the stage to withdraw from Afghanistan, as well as getting the troops out of Iraq, he pulled troops from places like Somalia and really began to get our soldiers out of harm's way. Then, as I have stated in the past, if Donald Trump was president, I don't believe Putin would be invading Ukraine right now. He would have waited until we had a weak leader in office. Remember, he did this to Crimea under Obama, and now he's invading basically all of Ukraine. Under Biden. It skipped the 4 years that Trump was in office, and I think there's a reason for that. But, like I said, in the last few months, we've basically seen that same Obama-era policy being brought back, along with the same old neocons like Mitch McConnell and Dan Crenshaw supporting it. The former majority leader even urged the admin to sustain aid to Ukraine, meaning continue to send checks and arms to Ukraine as long as they continue to ask for it. And with that, let's talk about Ukraine first. Now, I'm not going to dig too deep into how Zelensky is a Soros puppet or Putin is a evil authoritarian because I don't believe there's either side that are good in this fight. And I just don't believe that our government should be getting involved. If anything, our involvement has only extended this conflict further. Give Putin control of the Donbass region to end the civil war, as well as Crimea, which they already control, and then say Ukraine will never be part of NATO and it's over. But no, the U.S. will continue to send military aid, and this time it's in the tune of $40 billion, which could very well be seen as an act of war by Russia, and if they do decide that it's an act of war, then we have much bigger problems. So two things about the $40 billion. First, it was being held up by Rand Paul, and for very good reasons. He was trying to demand that we have accountability of where it's going. I mean, if you're going to spend taxpayer money on your proxy war, we should at least know where it's going. But no, we didn't get that. So basically, it's a blank check with no oversight. And of course, you wouldn't want the taxpayers to actually know what they were funding. And then the second point is Thomas Massie, where he points out the admin's priorities. He tweeted, including the $40 billion for Ukraine we passed in the House last week, Congress will have allocated more money for Ukraine in less than 6 months than Congress typically spends on U.S. roads and bridges in a year, 2019, 2020, and 2021 average. But this aid to Ukraine is just the tip of the iceberg for the shift back to bad foreign policy. The next item I have is the Biden administration sending troops back into Somalia after Trump had withdrawn them. I mean, isn't this essentially an invasion of a sovereign nation? We have no business being there, period. But the elites on both sides are insistent on being the world police and at the same time funding proxy wars for some bad people. Because the last item I want to talk about is the arms deals we've been making in the Middle East since January. Just look at this list over here. You have Saudi Arabia, the UAE, Jordan, and Kuwait. I mean, the relationship between Jordan and Israel is regressing as we speak. So we send them arms so that they can shoot them at the Iron Dome that we fund. What? That doesn't make any sense. And that's not even the worst of it. This relationship we've had for Saudi Arabia while they are waging genocide in Yemen. You know, the media talks day and night about what Putin is doing, yet says nothing about Saudi Arabia. Why? I think it's simple. The Obama admin backed the Ukraine coup in 2013, so they don't want to lose ground there. And then Saudi Arabia is influential in the Middle East, so we get a lot of oil from them. So they will not only look the other way, but they will fund their war efforts. Our foreign policy is inconsistent at best. I think the world puts a different set of value on the lives that they care about. But with that, let me know what you think in the comments. Click that like and subscribe button. Go support our sponsors. Follow me across all social media platforms, and I will see you next time.